Oh man, when I tell you, this took me a while to figure out, but I figured it out. Let's see if these videos are going to continue to play as I stream this. I'm sitting in my chair right now and I've got an iPad in my lap. The iPad is acting as a virtual camera, which also has the viewport screen on it. So I can see the movements that I'm making with the virtual camera on the iPad, which allows me to then go and walk through the entire house and have a more accurate virtual camera recording performance. So we're going to go ahead and record a hot take right now. Let's see if we can get this working. Doesn't appear to have any cameras active for the recording, but let's try to activate it. Starting recording in 1 second. It's recording now. All right, so I'm going to walk around and I'm going to record this. And now that I have a display on the iPad that I can see my viewport in real time, we're going to be able to more accurately walk through this floor plan. Without further ado, see if we can do some stabilization. I'm actually going to try something else while I do this. And we'll see if my computer can handle all of this all at once. I'm going to take my other iPad, turn on the camera, set it to video. We're going to start filming. And let's see what this looks like side by side. Not sure why that camera's looking so low quality. Tight. So I will need to take this clip, set it side by side to me recording and walking through the house. I'm going to go ahead and save and close Unreal Engine here in a second. Let me go ahead and deactivate my virtual camera. Plug these iPads up so they can, or at least one of them, so it can charge. And preview, before I close this off, I'll go ahead and preview what we just recorded. The cool thing about this is that I can now make adjustments to my camera I believe. And I wonder if it is the VCam actor. Which camera is it? Camera component, focal length. And let's just play it. There should be no clipping whatsoever. And I already see inconsistency in, and I think it's because we have an actor in here. So real quick, scene, let's set this override to off. And let's play it again. I think that skipping is actually recorded keyframe data. So now with this, I can go and modify that virtual camera to get a more desired focal length that's a little more accurate. Let's fast forward a bit. This is when I was dealing with the camera. So let me figure out when this footage actually starts. And I'm going to upload it, send it to myself or something, so that, let's see, where does this start at? We're looking down at the ground. We start looking at the door, and then we turn to the bathroom. Okay. So let's start there. So about here, I think. Can we cut here? Can we cut this? Can we chop it? I don't remember. Modify the sequence. Render this movie or to a video, image, or frame sequence. Create new camera. Set it as the current camera output. Actions. View options. Playback. Keyframes. I do not remember. Toggles viewport selectability between sequence only objects, blah, blah, blah. 24 frames a second. And the sequence navigator. I don't remember if there was an option. Oh, there it is. So set playback starts at the current position. Does that work? Left bracket. So, okay. Doesn't look like it works. Unlock the animation so that it's editable. Okay. There we go. There we go. Now it's starting to make a little more sense. And I don't know where the ending is, but I'm going to keep this video footage right here real quick. And then I will, I don't know, maybe try to email this to myself. Do I have any emails active? Is it AirDrop to my computer? Let's do AirDrop to the laptop. AirDrop to the laptop. Beep, beep, beep. Yes, we want to accept that. Oh, save to downloads. Saving, receiving video. I'm not sure of the size of this video, but I'm going to upload this somewhere so that I can download it to my computer. Let's show in Finder. We'll go into Chrome and drive.goo. I'll create a new folder called UE. And double click that new folder, open up my Finder, drop that video into Drive. Let's see how long this takes. All right, uploading. It looks like it's a somewhat big file. It's an MOV, and it's going to take a minute to get here. We're going to play this side by side next to my viewport. And excuse the house. I've got some cleaning to do, but a whole bunch of kids stuff all down here. Two minutes. All right, so this gives us the starting point. Let's figure out where the stopping point is in the video footage. And it's basically when I put the camera down. So if I go all the way through and scrub all the way through, we get back and we drop the camera down here and the footage ends right around the same time. Fantastic. So let's go back to the beginning. Let's see, 1 minute left. It's funny how 1 minute can seem to take forever. But the issue that I had earlier with this is that I could not get pixel streaming to work connecting the virtual camera to the iPad for Live Link in Unreal Engine. I discovered that I could change the signaling server from 80 to 11111. And by doing that, I could update my Live Link app to not try to connect to port 80, but to connect to that custom port, which then allowed for the device to be discoverable and the handshake to happen between the iPad and my workstation or Unreal Engine. The iPad already connected to Unreal Engine and my workstation because I could use a different Live Link app that didn't have a video display of my viewport, and I could use the transform information from the gyroscope inside of the iPad. But I think it also uses some LiDAR or the camera to be able to track the location and position of the iPad as I navigate through the house. I believe that this newer version of the newer app, the Live Link app, VCam app, or whatever have you, maybe uses the gyroscope exclusively. Not sure if it uses the camera with AR kit from Apple developers, but it seems to function a whole lot better than the other version of the app that doesn't have the display output. I can see on my iPad my viewport and everything that's happening in the viewport, and it's pixel streaming through my network to the iPad to show me the screen in real time. These icons that you see on the screen, I can tap on my iPad to control camera movement, to control the speed of my virtual camera as I walk through the scene. For example, if you're in a very small space and you don't have the space to run, let's say your scene is a football stadium, but you're in a bedroom and you want to be able to run across the football stadium, you can set the movement speed to multiply by 2x, 5x, 10x. That way, as you take one step, it can appear as though your virtual camera is moving 20 feet. Let's see. So I did a one-to-one recreation of this house, and I created a digital twin of this house. Therefore, I should be able to set my multiplier to 1 and be able to take 10 steps from here to this bedroom door and be able to translate that over into the app. And as I noticed, it was a lot easier to position my camera, my VCam actor, using the iPad instead of trying to manually place the camera in the scene based on where I think my iPad is and then just winging it as I walk through the house. So I got that uploaded to Drive. I'm going to go and download it. And we're going to see UE. Here it is. Let's download this. Man, it looks like I have a crazy fro. Download. We're going to download this to the... let's just put it in videos. And we're going to call this VCam parallel. Whatever. See how long it takes to download since it took forever to upload. And now, let's see, I've got a bunch of stuff closed, so I shouldn't really have it too big an issue with performance. We're just going to open up, if I have it installed, yeah, VLC media player. Once this video is downloaded, I'm going to open it up in VLC, and I'm going to see if I can dock the media player on top of my Unreal Engine window. So let's go to Power Toys. Let's see what the shortcuts are. Always on top, Control T to pin a window. Okay, good to know. Let's grab this window and expand it a little bit. Control T. Cancel. I guess it's not working. Control T. Maybe I need to use a different. Oh, Windows Control T. Got it. So there it is. Why does it have to have that big ass outline around it though? So unnecessary. Let's see. Are there options? Let's see. General. System tools, power toys, screen ruler, shortcut, text extractor, windowing and layout always on top. Enabled. Do not activate when game mode is on. Show a border around the pin window off. Enable round corners. Play a sound when pinning a window. Exclude apps. Okay. So let's Windows Control T and then try it again. What? Do I have to press save or something? So windowing layouts always on top. Show a border around the pinned window. Okay, here's what I'll do then. Change the thickness to very tiny. Since you motherfuckers don't want to listen. God. There we go. All right. Looks like our download is done. Let's go and bring that download into here. And let's pause it and mute it. Now I'm going to try to synchronize. Let's get spacebar and play. Maybe because I got all this stuff open. Let's find this. Let's open it with Clipchamp. And let's just call this VCam example at 720p. Now, I'm going to let this do its thing. I'm going to minimize Unreal. My VCam actor prevents Unreal Engine from letting other programs take over. So I think I have to physically minimize it. I can't just step out and do other tasks and have them perform well, because the VCam actor prioritizes Unreal Engine's performance, and boom, see, just like that. So let's pull this up inside here and let's pause it. And let's see that we can get this synchronized. Let's close this. Open up Unreal again. Bring this all the way back. Let's hit play. Still a little slow. So I think part of the reason why is because I need to, it doesn't matter. I guess it doesn't matter. So let's just try to get it to sync up. The alternative would be for me to render out a sequencer video, which I could probably do real quick. So let's go back to the beginning and render this movie to a video, image, or frame sequence. Movie scene capture, legacy. Let's see, video sequence, AVI, no audio, 24 frames. 720p is fine. Use compression, quality, format, tutorials, saved video captures. Sure, why not? And let's see how quickly this can work. Cinematic engine scalability, cinematic mode, advanced. I don't know what all this means, but I kind of don't want to see the player of the HUD. Let's, okay, we'll keep those actors in there. Let's capture movie and see what this does. It's going to be a slow capture. But it's giving me the lumen scene. I will need to go do some color grading, adjusting colors of all my materials. I haven't done any of that really to match, color match. But at the very least, what I do have is accurate scale and a general sense of proper placement of fixtures and whatnot. So I'm going to let this render out. I'll move it down here. Whoops. Oh no. That video should have been playing. And I closed it. No big deal. We'll render another one later on today. What's being rendered is this, what's being shown is like a quarter of the screen. So I'm curious, like, why is it only showing me a portion of what's being rendered? I hope I didn't screw anything up. I guess we're about to find out. Right here is where it gets a little choppy. I'm connected to my Wi-Fi. So I can't suspect that it's a Wi-Fi issue. Excuse me. I don't think that the choppiness comes from instability, unstable Wi-Fi connection. All right, this right here is pretty much where I wonder if the pauses show up. Okay, that's good. There are some times where I pause the viewport so that I can relocate and recenter like my body to match the camera footage. And I don't want to have to go through the process of cutting that out. Yeah, boy. I pause it again here because I knew that something was wrong. My alignment was off. And again, you're only seeing a quarter of the screen, I believe. I can't expand it while it's rendering. I came in and out of this room, so I think there's a little more footage. And it almost looks like, and I know you can't really see what's going on, but once I show the full scale of this video, I'll minimize Unreal Engine, take these videos, put them side by side. I could even run this through AI potentially, but I don't know if that's going to take away from or add to the depiction of the actual space and its accuracy. What was I doing here? I was looking at crown molding. I was trying to show a little detail. And I believe we're reaching near the end of this video. So if I'm doing all of this, which right now, or when I was recording that video, I was doing a take recording session live in Unreal Engine with my iPad connected to the computer while streaming to OBS with Restream open in one of 7 Google Chrome tabs, 4 of which were YouTube probably. And I had OBS also recording my screen at the same time. That's a lot. Okay, it's done. So let's open this folder and let's see if choose a directory. Oh, okay. We don't need to do that. 3D project tutorial saved, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so let's minimize Unreal Engine. And let's go tutorials saved. Video captures? Is it renderings? What is it? All right, let's take a look at this and see what we got. Okay. So side by side. Real footage, Unreal Engine. Now the camera settings are a little bit different. So the field of view is going to be a bit off. Fans are spinning different directions. That's hilarious. I'll fix all of that maybe later. And in this rendering, I didn't get the video footage playing, which I'm not going to bore you by trying to render it again. See what the audio is sounding like. so much more immersive when you record video footage on another device at the same time while doing a take recorder session. Crazy. So I can just throw this footage. Oh my God, I'm about to put this shit on YouTube ASAP. Step back about right here. Resync this up. There you go. Uh-oh. And this is me pausing the VCam so that I can reposition my body to match the camera, which I had on a different tablet underneath the VCam tablet. I could barely see the footage that was being recorded underneath. And then of course my camera settings. Like if I go and change my camera settings to match the field of view of the iPad and redo the export, this should damn near match up perfectly. Or maybe just cropping the video could work. But I'm not a fan at all of the quality of this iPad's camera. Oh, okay, that's so cool. That is so cool. So there you have it. I mean, I took 1,000 measurements, wrote it down on paper, painstakingly designed every inch of this basement. Brought it into SketchUp line by line. I mean, every single object I did line by line. And over the last maybe 10, 12 live streams that I've done, you can watch me mostly do this from start to finish. From start to now, because I'm not finished. And I imagine like the reason why I want to do this is because if someone decides they want to have this sort of experience for a multi-unit project, and they have the floor plans, then it should be a lot easier for me to translate what I've done with floor plans without having to take measurements and then replicate this entire process. So way cool. I mean, like really, really cool. We're going to do a selected viewport, and I'm going to walk around. So maybe while I'm live today, I can try to figure out how to pull doors open towards me. So real quick, let's reset my doors. It should be mathematically correct. So this one should be 180. Okay. Rotation should be 0. There we go. So let's hide the structure for a moment. And any doors that I can't open, like the garage, I'll keep open. Front door, I'll keep that open. I'll keep this one open, so let's close this one. That's got to be -90. Keep the bathroom. I'll close the bathroom door since I can push it open. So let's go rotation 90. This one I can push open. So we'll do 90. I can also put, I forgot I could push that one open, but there's no lighting in there. So -90. Okay, -180. Quick math, quick math. Keep the closet doors closed. Maybe I'll open this one since it's in this bright room. And then all I have to do is go to my media player, Netflix, and media player clippers. Let's click play and play. I don't know if this is going to continue to play when I press play. And that's what I was trying to figure out in the last stream. For some reason, this stops working. So let's grab this Memphis Grizzlies. Let's grab the main texture, main material. This should be set to, yeah. Okay, that's correct. It should also be set. Clearance. That's correct. That's correct. And it should play on open. So if I disable that, then what happens? Let's do the same for the Netflix material. Perfect. That's all set correctly. And let's see what happens. Nothing. Let's see. Now let's go back here, save, and I can't drag it in there, but for some reason I can't make it automatically play. So play on open, loop. I don't remember what settings I changed, and I don't think I've changed any, to be honest. Open up the level blueprint. Okay, nothing there. And let's open up the blueprint for this playback. We're going to change this blueprint to be the Netflix video. And let's go and click play, Control Shift save, and see if it just plays automatically. I don't know what's going on, why it doesn't work like it's supposed to. Let's see. TV, Samsung, TV, blah, 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 garage door. I must have deleted the blueprint. That could be a thing. Let's go back to movies, BP media playback. Let's throw this in the scene on the TV and let's play. No, nothing. Okay, media playback, event begin, play, play, play. For start, let's check the media player. Let's set this also to be Netflix. And Netflix. Compile, save, and play. Odd. Yeah, no idea. So what I can do though is I can right click, edit this, and let's go and reopen it. Netflix mute it. Okay, save it. Open. Pause. And then let's hit play and see what happens. Nope. There it is. All right, so the trick is to pause it before you hit play in the editor. So now I can take the controller with my character and walk around the scene, but I forgot to close the door. I want to be able to push this door open using the physics asset. So let's go and minimize this. And let's set this door to be negative 90. Okay, let's double click on this and pause it. And double click on this. Pause it. Rewind. Let's see if these both will play. Nope, not that one. I can't get back out now. I have no windows yet. This is the future. Or better yet, today. This is today. The now. I do don't I I do don't I do dislike, or I don't like, that I can't see my player character in that reflection in the glass. All right, so that's pretty cool. Some features that I would add to my character is to be able to switch from first to third person, to be able to zoom in and kind of look at some details. Um, I really need to go through and adjust my lighting and add a few more dynamic things once I finish with the structure. But really, I've been kind of jumping around from thing to thing to kind of to motivate myself to try new things with this project and really see how far I can, um, I guess, like innovate. I come across a lot of videos and stuff on YouTube, and people don't seem to really be pushing in this direction where they're showing extremely high fidelity interiors in real time like this. Most of it's renders, and that's nice, but I think it's really cool to have these tools at my fingertips to be able to then go and sell this as a service. One thing I haven't been able to figure out yet is getting the garage door to close. I have a button that's supposed to activate closing the garage door, but in due time, we will get to that. Would love to hear your thoughts. I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream. Go grab me some a late brunch, and then add some more details to this scene, and then maybe take some more measurements to get the rest of our outlets positioned. I've got a lot of outlets in here that I just kind of have floating until I measure where exactly where they're supposed to go. And then I'll add lighting sources in the dark areas to help bring more consistency. But man, this is super nice. All right, guys, it's been real.